Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw. Thank you for clicking on this video. These are the top 10 summons from the Final Fantasy set. If you don't know what they are Saga enchantment creatures. Yes, I said that. Saga enchantment creatures. Most of them transform into summons. Others are just straight up Saga enchantment creatures. However, I think they are a very powerful and rewarding dual creature type or dual card type. But it also has its flaws, which is being two card types. So yeah, let's get into these cards. If you haven't seen these cards yet, be prepared to see how much power they can wield. Let's go. So Clive Ifrit's Dominant is my favorite one. He starts off as a mono red commander for 4 and 2 red, 5/5 body, legendary human noble warrior. When he enters, you may discard your hand, then draw that many cards equal to your devotion to red. And then all you got to do is tap 4 and tap 2 red. Tap him, exile Clive, then return it to the battlefield and transform under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. And this is what we're talking about here when he is Ifrit's Warden of Inferno. This is a monster. A monster. He is a 9/9 Saga Demon legendary enchantment creature. His Chapter 1 ability, Lunge. It fights up to one other target creature. A 9/9 that's fighting another creature, most likely you're going to remove it. Then Chapters 2 and 3 is this Brimstone ability. Add 4 red mana. Let's see here. If Ifrit has 3 or more lore counters on it, exile it, then return it to the battlefield transform on its front side. So therefore it transforms back into Clive Ifrit's Dominant. What you need to know about this commander / summon, he is mono red and he is explosive and he will end the game. He's also a one-sided wheel effect, and he is also a creature removal, and he's also a mana ritual. And I think the most powerful thing you can do with him is this Chapter 3. When you have the 4 red mana from Brimstone, you can use that 4 red mana and tap an additional 2 red mana to transform him back into Ifrit. So you can continuously keep him as a 9/9 Saga Demon with all these chapters' abilities. And I would like to say, thanks to a commenter, I'd even realize the Ozolith is a monster card with these Saga summons. Yeah, the Ozolith just says move counters. If you don't know what the Ozolith is an awesome artifact. It just says move counters. It don't say a specific type of counter. Just move counters from a creature or move counters from the artifact to a creature. So essentially, you get to choose which chapters you want to activate. It gets nasty. Awesome mono red commander. In the top right hand section, I actually have a Break and Bruise video on this commander. Check it out. We got Bahamut here. For 9 mana, it is a 9/9 enchantment saga dragon with flying. Chapters 1 and 2, destroy up to one target non-land permanent. So you get to do that twice. Any non-land permanent. That means enchantments, planeswalkers, creatures, artifacts. Just destroy it. Great. Chapter 3, draw 2 cards. Yeah. Get to refill your hand a little bit. Chapter 4, it says Mega Flare. This creature deals damage equal to the total mana value of other permanents you control to each opponent. Now, I will say this. If you cast this and make it to Chapter 4, you should win the game. Because Bahamut alone is 9 CMC. That's not including the other permanents that you have out there. Yeah, he's a game ender if you get to Chapter 4. Like I said, if you don't have the Ozolith, you may not get to Chapter 4 because your opponents will not let this sit on the battlefield. It will die to creature removal. We got Bahamut here. For 9 mana, it is a 9/9 enchantment saga dragon with flying. Chapters 1 and 2, destroy up to one target non-land permanent. So you get to do that twice. Any non-land permanent. That means enchantments, planeswalkers, creatures, artifacts. Just destroy it. Great. Chapter 3, draw 2 cards. Yeah. Get to refill your hand a little bit. Chapter 4, it says Mega Flare. This creature deals damage equal to the total mana value of other permanents you control to each opponent. Now, I will say this. If you cast this and make it to Chapter 4, you should win the game. Because Bahamut alone is 9 CMC. That's not including the other. I got another summon for you. Knights of the Round for 6 and 2 white. It is a 3/3 Saga Knight with Indestructible. Remember, these are enchantment creatures. Chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 create 3 2/2 white Knight creature tokens. That is a total of 12 creatures you can create. Wow. That's just going wide. What's really good about this commander, he's indestructible, so he can only be exiled or bounced to be removed and to stop him. His chapter 5 says Ultimate End. Other creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Put an indestructible counter on each of them. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What's really good about this card is the chapter 4 says put an indestructible counter on each other creature. Not indestructible until end of turn, indestructible counter. Yeah. So you can maintain indestructibility as the turns or extra turns go on. Really good card. Okay, all you Merfolk tribal, Serpent tribal type of players, we have the Leviathan for 4 and 2 blue, 6/6 Saga enchantment creature Leviathan. Ward 2. His first chapter. Return each creature that is not a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent to its owner's hand. That is a tribal board wipe or non-tribal board wipe. Okay. Chapters 2 and 3. Until end of turn, whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent attacks, draw a card. So if you are going wide and you have like 4 Krakens and they attack. Oh, it's an attack trigger to draw these cards. They don't even have to deal damage. Just when you attack, you get to draw cards. That is disgusting. And that's for each of those creature types also. Great card, great card. So here's another powerful Urborg commander. She debuted in the Final Fantasy set. Her name is Terra, Magical Adept. I say it like that because she is abusive and she's going to be stupid popular. So let's get into it. For 1 red and a green, 4/2 legendary human wizard warrior. When Terra enters, mill 5 cards. Put up to 1 enchantment card milled this way into your hand. Okay. All right. She has the ability Trance. Tap 4 red and a green, exile Terra. Then return it to the battlefield transformed until its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. Right. Esper Terra. Okay. Chapters 1, 2, and 3. Create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga, put up to 3 lore counters on it. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Then chapter 4, add 2 of each color: white, blue, green, red, and black. Exile Terra, then return it to the battlefield face up. She is a 6/6 flyer. Enchantment creature, human wizard. What can we say about this? Let's unpack her. She is an enchantress commander, okay? Saga specifically. And you know what? You're going to be playing with those saga summons that we're going through in this video, okay? She mana ramps you all the colors. She gives you the ability to copy enchantments, sagas. It just gets abusive. And sagas and enchantments are the most powerful spells in the game. Easy as that. And guess what? Your enchantments can be in any color. Any color. Red, blue, green, black, and white. You're not limited to just one. Endless possibilities. Moving on to the next. Okay, so we got the Summon Titan. For 3 and 2 green, 7/7 enchantment creature, saga giant, reach and trample. 7/7 body. Yeah, that's getting over your opponent's little blockers. Excuse me. All right, chapter 1, mill 5 cards. That's a lot of cards. It better be for 5 mana. Chapter 2, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Pretty good. That automatically, I would put this in my Micro Tyrant deck. because I do a lot of stuff milling in that deck, and I want all those lands to come back into play. Chapter 3, until end of turn, another target creature you control gains trample and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of lands you control. Yeah. So all those lands that you flip from your graveyard onto the battlefield, if you have 15 of them, yeah. Another target creature gets +15/+15 and trample. You're running over somebody. Hopefully it's your commander and you can deal commander damage to win the game. All right, we got another summon, Primal Odin for 4 and 2 black, 5/3 body, enchantment creature saga knight. All right, chapters 1. It is called Gungrur. Destroy target creature and opponent controls. That's easy. That's easy. Chapter 2. Zatusiskin. This creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. That player loses the game. Oh my gosh. All you need to do is throw flying on Primal Odin or give him menace or make him unblockable, and target player loses the game. All right, chapter 3, Hell of Sorrow. Draw 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. That's very modest. Anyway, I feel like his second chapter is his most powerful chapter. That's going to take out opponents, and your opponents will not let you do that. Straight up. All right, we got Fenrir here for 2 and a green, 3/2 body, enchantment creature saga wolf. Chapter 1, Crescent Fang. Search your library for a basic land card, put onto the battlefield, tapped, and shuffle. Cool, we mana ramping. We like that. We like that. Next up is Heaven Ward Howl. Okay, when you next cast a creature spell this turn, this creature enters with an additional +1/+1 counter. Cool. All right, moving on to chapter 3, Eclectic Growl. Draw a card as you control this creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power. Cool. So you're being rewarded for having the strongest creature on the battlefield. I just think this card is just a nice steady stream of abilities. It's not too much of a threat where your opponents feel like they need to take it out. But I think this will stay on the battlefield. It does a lot of things. It mana ramps, buffs you, and draw you a card, all for 3 mana. And it can be a 3/2 attacker or blocker. Straight up. Okay, here we go. We got Shiva for 3 and 2 blue, 4/5 body. Enchantment creature saga elemental. Chapters 1 and 2, Heavenly Strike. Tap target creature and opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. If a permanent with a stun counter would become untapped, remove a stun counter from it. So we're just paralyzing our opponent's spells, non-land permanents, specifically creatures, and not allowing them to untap so they can't use their abilities again or tap to attack. That's what's good. The good thing about stun counters, you get to proliferate. If you have proliferate abilities out there, you can make multiples of those. Chapter 3, Diamond Dust. Draw a card for each tap creature your opponents control. Yeah, so there's a bunch of blue spells out there that tap down all of your opponent's creatures, and this creature can take advantage of all those tap creatures and giving you card draw. Do not underestimate 3 tap creatures giving you 3 cards. Moving on. So I put this card in so many videos in the new commanders that are out that using it. Like your Yuna Hope Aspira, she definitely uses this commander. I mean, this enchantment creature. We can talk about the Magus Sisters for 4 and a green, 5/5 body, enchantment creature, Saga Fairy. They have haste. Okay, a 5/5 with haste at 5 mana with all these abilities. It's ugly. Chapters 1, 2, and 3. All you got to do is choose one at random. First power is combined powers. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Or defense. Put a shield counter on target creature. Gain 3. Oh, okay. And you gain 3 life. Then it says fight. This creature fights up to 1 target creature and opponent controls. All these 3 options are super powerful at 5 mana. You know, even though it's at random, I really think putting 3 +1/+1 counters, making a total of 9 buff power on 1 creature will get out of control. You can put it all on Magus Sisters, making a 14/14. Yeah, all you need is trample. But otherwise, just loaded with abilities, and I think 5 mana is super cheap to do all this. That's why it's at random, because it gets abusive. So thank you for watching this video. I think these summons are super powerful. They are very rewarding. They do have a downfall, which is being an enchantment creature. So they are susceptible to removal of two types, specifically either enchantments or creature spells. I'm not saying non-land permanents. That's really a third option. But if these enchantment creatures sit on the battlefield, you gain so much value, and you can run away with the game, create a board state that your opponents can't really mess with. Being able to have multiple triggers of things at the beginning of upkeep without investing mana is powerful. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Command the Claw.